You get to face a lot of shit, young man. You got a long journey ahead of you because you're gonna find out that while your dad did a lot of shit to you, you're going to have to make it on your own. Because this world we live in is tough. It's tough. It will beat you down. The world and the life that we live in is the ultimate competitor. The world's tough. It will try to take you out. It will. It will find your weakness, and it will just hammer you. So it's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the mental lab, cause that's where the knowledge came from. You need to get to a point in your life where nothing can hurt you because you know exactly who you are. You faced your demons. You were able to hear all your past traumas. You were able to listen to them. You're able to fucking say, okay, now I can talk to people about what I went through. I'm no longer embarrassed. I'm no longer ashamed. Being ashamed is one of the biggest things that kill people nowadays. Kill them from moving forward. I'm ashamed of myself. Don't ever be ashamed of anything you've done in your life. Face it, fix it, make it better. Everything I need is in my mental lab. I'm in constant study of myself, and I know what needs to be conquered because I'm constantly going through what I don't like, what I'm not comfortable with. I know, and only I can fix these problems because I have to face these problems. Unchosen suffering is going to happen, right? So the only thing that you can do is have some chosen suffering to prepare for it. That's the only thing you can practice for the unchosen suffering, is have chosen suffering. Do something that sucks every day. I'm not trying to send a message of run 200 miles, be the baddest fucker in the world, but be tough. You better have a part about you that's tough, a part about you that can break down situations and get better. Break down situations very quickly. The devastation, the trauma is going to come, and you can't allow that to become a Jersey barrier. It can't be a Jersey barrier. It has to be something that you can maneuver through very quickly and move forward. That takes a lot of toughness. A lot of people, when you die, they figure out why you died. They figure out how you died in the autopsy. But we never do a live autopsy to figure out why we're dying while we are alive. And I was dying. I was living every day, but I was really dead. And so I figured it out. And once I figured it out, I was able to be reborn. So I'm just trying to give people that strength to go into the archives of your life. Because while you're probably fucked up, it's probably something happened to you in your life. Go through the archives, dig it up, study it, and then use it for yourself. That's the main purpose for me right now. You need to be better here. You need to overcome this, overcome that. And people need to have purpose to get up. They need purpose to perform. You need to get to a point in your life where there's nothing on the docket. There's no 5K. There's no, I'm gonna get into school to be this or that and still perform to the highest level. Because what people don't get is one day, that thing is going to come up. And if you're not constantly performing without purpose, you're not going to be ready when the time comes. It's this magical thing that we're all looking for. But what's funny about it all is that we need these things to perform. But we don't take a second to realize the purpose is always there. The purpose never leaves us, because the very purpose is you. You are always the purpose. There may be another purpose, like being something, going to college or whatever, but the main purpose in life is you. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, to better oneself. So that's the only purpose I fucking need. So the reason I get up every day, even though there's no race, or there's no school, there's nothing in front of me, is because I have pride in myself. I get better when I'm digging holes in the ground, when I'm waking up early knowing I don't have to do these things. That's where I get better. So it's important to stay hungry, but it's more important to stay humble within that hunger. A lot of people are hungry, but humility is everything. There was a guy who won the Medal of Honor. He went to the Air Force Academy and he was a janitor. No one knew who the fuck this man was. He had the highest award in all the military for heroics, saving lives, putting his life on the line. Could have been killed. And now he's basically cleaning shit for young kids. We can all imagine how that probably went. There was probably some taunting here and there, and he just sat there and cleaned. That's why he's in my trained humility part. Because for this man to be at the level he was and have that kind of humility to go, I'm a Medal of Honor winner, but I'm going to put that in my closet and I'm going to pick up my broom and dustpan and I'm going to pick up this rag and clean the shit for these young men. That right there is amazing for me. That's where you grow. That's huge growth. And it shows he was doing his job. He was a servant. He didn't look at himself any better than anybody else. The second you do that, you totally lost. You cannot look at yourself like People with me even, I always look at people like, I know where you are. I know where, cause I've been there. That's why I help so many people out. I've never been above you. I've always pretty much been beneath you. And that's where my knowledge came from. So I know how to reach those people who are in the dungeon, because I've been there so many times. You have to be your best self when you're least motivated. That's the tricky part. Motivation is just a word. You have to have different things in your mind on where you want to go, and know that motivation is not going to get me there, because I'm not going to always be motivated. And discipline is good too, but without a clear headspace, there's no discipline. Let's say we have a circuit breaker, okay? And I'm loading everything up to one circuit. Just load it up, it's gonna blow. And once that thing blows, man, the circuits are fucked up. You've got to have each thing plugged into the right spot. Like a crowded garage, you can't put anything in it. Discipline is great, motivation is great, but if you can't fit it in your brain because it's all fucking cluttered with shit, there's no discipline. You may have it sometimes when it fits in that crowded garage of your mind, but you don't have the consistency that you need to have with that discipline. I call it mental zones. You're organized in your mind so you can put that discipline in. A lot of people talk about discipline. Okay, great. Why do you fall off the wagon? Why can't you continue with this routine? Going to the gym, being better, waking up early, eating the right foods? It's because maybe it's your kids, maybe it's your wife, maybe it's your job, and it's all just stuffed in your fucking brain. You don't have it compartmentalized and organized on nice shelves. A lot of people's brains, hey, where's my discipline? They're throwing shit, looking through totes. It's all fucked up. So where am I going to put discipline in that mind if I can't even find the other shit? You've got to be able to find all these different things in your mind. If your life is not organized, and your life being everything around you, because it takes one little piece of outside interference to clutter your whole mind, your mind has to always be clear. That's why I meditate 2 hours every single night, because I refresh, I reorganize the garage, which is my mind, every night. So then discipline's in there, organization, everything is in its right spot. I'm waking up and I'm giving myself all this armor. So when I come out in the world, I'm ready. I'm not waking up late, I'm not rushing around, I'm not disorganized. So when I wake up, I'm ready to go. You have to have the truth to have a starting point, and your true self is found in that very uncomfortable zone. We all look for toughness, we all want it, but we look for it in a comfortable environment. You will not find toughness in a comfortable environment. Those of you who are listening to this, you will not find it. The only way you find it is to drown yourself in a position where you're just out of sorts, where you can't swim and you're drowning. You're drowning, where you say, you know what, man, fuck it. Once you come face to face with who you are, you have a starting point. It's in our head saying, you know what, man, dude, you're not doing shit. You're wasting a bunch of percentage here, and this other 80% is suffering. Pain, failure, self-doubt, darkness, and then a whole bunch of light. But to get to this light, you've got to go through all of this fucking shit. You're not succeeding, you're not achieving. It's because you're afraid to go in that dark place to find yourself. You're setting goals you know you can reach. You must always set goals that you think you cannot achieve. And when you do that, that fear, that insecurity, that doubt, that's where you grow. And in there you get better. When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, this is what we do. It's what we do now. Because to get to where you want to go, the amount of pain involved, the amount of mental pain, of how many times you're going to have to do something that you don't want to do to get to where you want to go. Every day you must ask yourself, did I do enough? And then once you do this over and over and over again, it becomes like breathing. I don't want to live this lifestyle, but to get to the other side of this, I have to. So if you really want it, you realize what trying is and what trying is not. Your brain is the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers and all that fucking shit we have nowadays, your brain is the only thing you have. When you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times, when you're going through death, real life fucking shit. You can't Google that shit. You may have a shrink you're going to, you may have a best friend you're going to, but there's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain, and your brain is talking to you in all kinds of ways, and it wants to control you and pull you into these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain, and your brain controls you, you're fucked. You've got to tell your brain where you want to go, how you want to go, and how you want to get there. You've got to control it. If not, it's over. All I knew back then was hard work. You've got to work hard. I can't get this paragraph. I can't remember what the fuck is in this paragraph to pass this test. read again. Still not getting it? Read again. But if you're not getting it, write it out. And that's how I started learning. I realized if I keep going back and going back and going back until the shit just becomes, your mind will say, fuck it, okay? We're gonna figure it out. Because he is not going to stop. It'll find a way. It's not like, I'm gonna try one more time. I can't read right. We're going back. I gave myself no way out, and my mind realized that. It said, okay, we're going to adapt and overcome now. That was my mindset, and that's how you get through things. You immerse yourself in wherever it is, and you become that. I became hell, and that became my new norm. I gave myself no way out. There was nothing outside these walls. Walls of hell, nothing. Victory. I wanted to win, not like beat somebody else. It wasn't about that. I just wanted to go the distance. Everything in my life, when something got hard, I quit. I didn't work harder than you, so I quit. Like, man, if I could just go that distance, that extra mile, just to finish. I want to finish. I want to feel victory. And victory for me wasn't winning. It was just finishing. So I said, you know what? If I could feel like these guys feel, it would change my life. And literally, I started feeling victory just by putting myself in the battle. I started realizing, man, just by going to war with myself every day and putting these challenges and these goals and these obstacles, these insurmountable obstacles, now we can move from there. But if you look at it as, man, I'm broken and I'm still here and I'm fighting and I'm going to find a way to get through this because I have no other place to go, it gives you a lot of power. And no one really finds themselves without going through trials, tribulations, suffering, accountability. And accountability is suffering. Being accountable every fucking day for doing right, for yourself, for the people next to you. It's measurable. The more I do this, the more I gain confidence. And then the more I gain confidence, the more I realize, man, these guys can't do what I'm doing right now. I had no coach, I had no trainer, I had no money, I didn't know how to lose weight, I had no knowledge of what I was doing. I was just working, I was just sacrificing. But I would have never found these tools if I didn't put myself in a very uncomfortable place. And your true self is found in that very uncomfortable zone. That's where he came from. He came from all these fucked up obstacles, and now he's there. So everybody goes, how do you do that? You know exactly how to do that.